Hey guys, let me see. I am doing a special broadcast bringing on one of our fellow life coaches from fastcoachtraining.com. Hopefully, her and her people can join us here. Miss Tina Bailey, we're going to be talking to her soon. She is a certified life coach that went through fastcoachtraining.com. As many of you know, I'm a trainer for fastcoachtraining.com, and we are featuring a training up in Raleigh, North Carolina in the month of August. And so we wanted to jump on Facebook Live and answer questions you may have to see if this be a good fit for you. If you're in that area, you can kind of tag yourself and come be a part of what we got coming up. We have a lot of great people who have been calling, asking questions, trying to see if it's a fit for them. Hey Tina, I see you. So I just sent you an invite. Now I'm using my phone. I know we were on your computer on your page. So I'm on my phone, and this is the only way that I've seen it done is when I tag you on my phone. So it says add viewers in your broadcast, and I've added you. And so there should be some type of an invite coming through for you. So let me know if you see that, and then we can kind of dive in. Man, we've been working on this for like the last 20 minutes, guys. I'm so sorry. We planned on this for 7 o'clock, and for some reason, it's just not trying to cooperate. We believe God, right? We're going to get this fixed, and, we're going to make it happen because there's some people here who needs to hear this. So, Tina, do you see your invite? I see you. I'm waving, and I've added you. So hopefully if Facebook is being our friend today, we can get you on and get some questions answered. Hey, Sia, thanks for joining. Oh, it gave me the feature to do that. Uh-oh, Tina. We are trying. Okay, she said, are you, Tina, you got to be on your phone. I just thought of that. The only way I've seen this work is phone to phone. So you get an invite on your phone. Sharon is requesting to come on. So let's see if it works with Sharon. Here we go. Sharon, let me ask her where she's tuning in from. It says connecting. Hey, Sharon. Uh-oh. Maybe it was a mistake. Sharon disappeared. Okay. So yeah, Tina, are you able to from your phone? I think that's what we may have been missing on your page. Guys, I apologize. We are trying to get this done. Thank you for sharing, Kim McCooler. Appreciate you guys for watching. We're trying to get some life coaching questions answered. If you're here with us, I see 5 of you. If you're here with us and you have questions about life coaching, can you post them in the comments below? Can you post them in the comments below, and we'll be happy to answer them. So let me tell you guys who I am. My name is Andrika J. Austin. I go by Coach AJ for short. I have a company. It's a coaching company called The Boss of Me. It's over at thebossof.me. And that's my company. I love it to death. I am a master business coach where I help coaches confidently convert conversations to clients' cash checks and credit cards. And as I mentioned, one of my side hustles, my side gives, my give backs is coaching coaches. I certify and train life coaches here in Atlanta. And as you can soon see, we're having an event up in Raleigh, North Carolina. And so we're bringing together people who want to be certified for the first time, or maybe even you have been through a coaching certification and you feel like you need what we call a refresher course. You can come in, get that new technique and technology, get your questions answered, interact with other people going through the training with you. Tina and I have already been through the Fast Coach training. I just happened to be on board for the last 2 years as one of their certified coaches. So now here's our featured guest. I don't know if I'm your featured guest or you're mine, because we tried this for the last 21 minutes now, girl. Hey, Tina Bailey.
Hey, girl.
I told you it's only working on phones. That's how I've seen it done so far.
I don't know. I'm like, what in the world? I'm trying to get it.
I was in my group, on my page, on your page, but we are here. So hopefully you can tag your people. Have you had a moment to tell them, hey, y'all, psych, we over on AJ's page. Have you tagged them to tell them to come follow us?
I did. Okay, I actually did. And now I'm trying to get them to come back. So I'm typing while we're looking.
Okay, I see the phone movement. So let me stall for you for a little bit. Okay, guys.
Okay,
so
thank you.
Let's see, Zachary. Hey, Zach, how are you? Zachary, excuse me. I know you don't like to be Zach. Hey, DCC. Appreciate you for joining. We're waiting on a few more people. It's 8 people on here, guys. I'm proud of you guys. I'm very proud. So we must have people with questions. Sia, do you have questions? I know you attend a lot of my Facebook Lives. And so we're going to be out of the Atlanta area, up in Raleigh, North Carolina on Saturday, August 18th, 2018, from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. It's a one-day, all-day life coach certification intensive. And when I say intense, I go in. We're using the technology that was formulated by our coach, Dr. Michael J. Duckett of FastCoachTraining.com. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the comments. So if you have questions, you can go over and check it out. Now, let me tell you, here in Atlanta, FastCoachTraining.com does a training every last Friday of the month. Some of you on here have been through the training, and I've been some of your trainers. Some of you may be the coaches from our Fast Coach Training alumni group, and you get to hear from me every week. I'm usually on audio, which I love. So Tina made me like get up, take a shower, put on makeup, comb my hair, brush my teeth, get it together for like this live, right? I'm actually here to interact. And we're matching in our pink shirts. I got on my Jesus Is shirt. And so, hey, Shayla Bell. So Shayla Bell is one of our coaches. She recently went through the Fast Coach Training here in Atlanta with yours truly. And so we are taking it on the road. I'm so excited because I've never been to Raleigh, but Tina is bringing together her crew. Hey, Leslie. Now, I know Leslie has some questions. So Leslie's been a part of my connection crew for like over a year now. Leslie, I'm putting you on Front Street. And I know you have questions about becoming certified, so that's what we're here to answer. So can you guys drop any questions you have in the comments to give me and Tina something to talk about tonight? Because what we're doing is a Q&A. What questions do you have from a coach who's been through the training and now one of the trainers, another certified life coach who's actively pursuing clients and getting people on her roster to help them change their lives? So, Tina, I'm going to let you jump in. I stalled long enough. So give us a little information about who you are and kind of what we're doing here, what we're trying to do. It's going to work.
Okay. So my name is Tina Bailey, and I'm actually certified as a Christian life coach through Fast Coach Training. And I've had several people to approach me asking me, how do they become a coach? Should they be a coach? What is the purpose of being a coach? Why should they go through the certification? They're already coaching people. I have had some pastors to come to me. I've had some first ladies come to me. I've had some authors to come to me and ask me about coaching and ask me, is it even worth it? And I would tell people, yes, it's worth it, because you want to make sure that when you are coaching people that you have been certified to do so, that you're just not, firing off from your hip, that you actually know what you're doing and that you can actually lead someone to where they're trying to go and encourage and motivate them to get there. You also need to realize and understand what it is to be a coach. Just because you are people are always coming to you and asking you questions don't mean that you coach material. It just means that you got a good ear. So, so one of the things that I learned while I was going through the training, and one of the things that I really like is the fact that we do have training sessions each week that kind of keeps us fresh, and it teaches us how to build up, grow our business and to stay on top of things. And that's very important. And some of the other programs that I know, they don't do that. Once they give you that piece of paper, they're done with you. They got their money, they're on their way. And we need to make sure that that's not the way it is, because things change. And we need to make sure that we have the resources that we need in order to continue to build and to grow and to be not only impactful, but resourceful, and that people can actually depend on us for a good information. So that's why I'm here.
Awesome. Well, first I want to say thank you. I know you and I talked a long time the other day. I said I just talk everybody's ear off when it comes to coaching and serving in your passion. I had a coach, one of our coaches, who literally sat next to me in the training class 5 years ago here in Atlanta. We were certified through Fast Coach Training together. She called yesterday. She said, AJ, the last time we talked, I had watched your journey. I've seen you grow as a person, as a coach. You're out here doing great things here in Atlanta. I needed your help for what to do. So I went to the bank. I took out a loan, and she was ready to sign up with me. And I said, you did what? So the fact that someone went through the class with me and is now asking me what to do. She says, I listened to our calls on Wednesday. She said, you've helped me to get my whole life together. And we had a similar conversation that you and I had the other day, Tina. And so this coach, her name is Stephanie. And she's like, AJ, I've just been watching you. Thank you. You kept it real with me. You told me, nope, that's not a good idea, or yes, go this way. And she was like on top of the world when she called the Fast Coach Training office yesterday. So I'm so excited to know that, because years ago, someone else said yes, and another person said yes, and then they talked to me and I said yes. Now I can show up for other coaches. We've all been certified. We are trained. Like you said, you don't want to be one of those coaches that's out here kind of guessing. And some coaches, believe it or not, I've heard a lot of big name coaches brag on the fact that they are not certified coaches. And I don't take that lightly. You want to know that a person has at least invested the time to sit and learn what they need to know to help you change your life and or your business, your relationship, your finances, your marriage for the better. If this person hasn't been correctly taught, that's like how in the church world they say, you know, preachers need preachers or pastors need coverings. How dare someone play with your life and your destiny by not being properly trained and certified? So that's what we're coming together to do on Friday, August 18th, 2018, 10 to 7. It's all day. We have the location confirmation, thanks to Tina Bailey. And once you register you can register at fastcoachtraining.com, or you can give me a call. I'm here in the Fast Coach Training office. Well, it's after my office hours, but because I know we're doing this Facebook Live late, if you want to call and leave a voicemail, we can set up a time for us to talk, get your questions answered, and get you registered. So, Tina, what else do you want to add? Or I don't see any questions. Guys, go ahead and put your questions in the comments as I drop the Fast Coach Training 1-800 number for you guys to reach me and leave a voicemail so we can chat.
So the questions that I was going to ask you, I think that we've covered, but, you know, pretty much why do you need to be certified? Is it important to be certified? Why should they go through fast coach training instead of another program? Those are all questions that people are asking me, because like I said, there are many programs out there that will do certifications. There's many training programs, and there's some really good ones. You know, that's one thing I will never do. I will never talk down anyone's program, because there are some really good programs out there, but you need to make sure that you're finding one that's going to suit you, and not just because your friend is doing it. You need to find the one that's really going to work and work for you. You know, some of us don't have just a few months to go through a training. Some of us don't have, honestly, 3 days. Some of us need to get it and get it done, because that is something that's been on our list of things we want to do, and we want to get it done. And that's one of the reasons why I chose Fast Coach Training, is because I didn't have a lot of time to invest in the actual training. I would have rather used that time to grow my business, learn how to grow my business, and learn how to actually get clients and what it is, and develop programs and that type of thing.
Right.
I felt like that was important. So yeah. So that's my question. Why should they choose Fast Coach Training?
Great question. So if you guys hear a lot of noise, I'm sitting in front of my fan. I'm sitting here sweating, like, you know, so bear with us. We got the technology together, and then I have my laptop on backup. So I'm watching these messages pop up. People have questions, and they're liking the video. They're sharing the video. So thank you guys so much for that. Okay, it's like frozen on my face, drinking water on my laptop. But the reason I chose Fast Coach Training is because back in 2008, I found a company that was doing trainings, but you had to fly out to California. I'm here in Atlanta, more specifically 30 miles west of Atlanta, which is Douglasville. And a little old country girl getting on a flight to California to spend 3 days just to get certified, bring it back here to the country for, I think it was $5,000.
Yeah.
Plus travel, hotel, food, whatever else they upsell you when you're there. It was just too much at that time, because coaching is fairly new. It was discovered in the early 90s. that's when Dr. Duckett also joined the industry, started coaching. And he's a wonderful soul, wonderful spirit. I'm very thankful to him for giving us the opportunity to be a part of his team, because now we're like brand ambassadors. And so because I couldn't, number one, afford it 10 years ago to pay $5,000 and travel to California, one day I was just talking to a good friend, and you know how you talk like, hey girl, what you doing today? And she said, oh, I'm going to get certified. I was like, wait, what? You doing what? So she didn't know I had been looking to become a coach as well. I was like, I want to be certified. I want to come. So we made a pact to each other that she would go to the class, tell me how it is, and then when she got finished, you know, we would talk. Well, she went through the class. Once we talked, she was just so blown away by what had happened in the class with Dr. Duckett. She would not tell me anything. I was so angry at her. I was like, tell me what happened. How did it go? Put me on speakerphone. She would not do any of that for me. And so what we ended up doing, this was when our training was 2 days. I drove up to Alpharetta, which is a lot closer than California. I could actually get in my car and drive about an hour. Got a hotel for 2 days, which she actually paid for. She's like, I want you to be there so bad, I'm going to pay for your hotel. And I was like, bro, so good, I'm willing to sleep in my car. So what's going on? Now, again, by then, this was about 5 years ago, because I've been certified for 5 years. I went to the training, totally blown away. We got to the end of the training where you have to kind of score yourself as a coach. And because of our conversation with me and my friend, and then me and Dr. Duckett, he asked me, AJ, what do you give yourself on a scale from 1 to 10? And I said, a 10? Because my confidence is through the roof already. But now I'm like, legit, I have this paper in my hand. I'm ready to coach and go change some lives. So since then, I have been on fire. To me, it wasn't about the cost. It wasn't about how much time you have to invest. It definitely wasn't just because my friend took the coaching, but it was more like, you know how when your girlfriend recommends stuff, you want to do it even more. So if nothing else, we could say that we had been through this training, and we had no excuse not to now walk in our destiny. I always end our coaching calls and my speeches with, there's someone somewhere waiting on you to walk in your destiny so they can walk into theirs. And that's so true. So again, because I said yes, she said yes, whoever told her said yes, we're now able to show up on places like this and preach the gospel of fastcoachtraining.com. Dr. Michael J. Duckett, the founder. If you want more information, you can go to fastcoachtraining.com. I also put my direct extension with the company in the comments. It's pinned there. It's 1-800-269-3817. So if you have more questions or want to talk more, we can get on a long conversation like Tina and I, Stephanie and I, all of these coaches that I get to talk to regularly. We can have that come to Jesus call. So Tina, let's dive into some chatting and some Q&A. I want to hear kind of your answer to Leslie's question, who says, well, let's start with the easy one. I think this is the easy one. So you'll go and then I'll go. She says, what's the difference between a coach and a counselor?
So what my definition is a counselor is, let's start with a coach. A coach takes you from where you are to where you want to be. A counselor takes you from where you are and goes back and revisits everything that you've been through. That's a therapist. That's what they're supposed to do. My thing is, let's figure out where you are and let's move forward. Because if you continue to tell the same story over and over again, you can continue to get the same thing over and over again. So let's move forward. Let's just move forward. You can't do nothing about the past, but you can make a big difference in the future.
Amen.
So that's my definition. That's my difference.
Cool. So yeah, you are spot on. I'm trying to get a screenshot of Leslie's questions. I don't want to lose them. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Okay, it ain't let me do it. I'm being too fancy. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the replay like everybody else.
Okay, so one of the questions she had outside of that one is, how do you get clients? So I'll keep looking for the questions. Go ahead.
Okay, cool. So Leslie, Tina answered your question. I'm gonna add to it. So at Fast Coach Training, we believe that coaches need coaches. And so for what that means for me is I stalk coaches online, from the coaches that have went through our training all the way to people who have been in the profession for 5+ years. If a coach has told you they've been coaching for 10, 20 years, be kind of leery, because again, coaching is new. Everybody's not certified. Everybody's not qualified. And like I said, you want a coach who has invested in taking the time to train and learn the technology for how to help you better yourself wherever you are, whatever they coach around. So what I look for to know someone is a coach is, number one, a specialization. Because again, I've been coaching for the last 5 years, but I've been in business for almost 15 years. So I know the business aspect of things, and now I'm getting to mastery in the coaching level. And so for me, when I look for a coach, I look for a specialization. Let's say I'm working on marketing an event I'm having here in Atlanta. I need a coach who can teach me copywriting, marketing, editing, funnels, sales. Now, while I'm good at that, again, we believe coaches need coaches. So I look for someone who specializes in that. Not just that you've done it once and it's worked, but are you certified in it? How much training have you had in it? What's your story? How did you get into it? That's what I look for in a coach. Now, a counselor, I look to go lay on their couch. I had a counselor. Her name is Julie. I no longer have her because I graduated Mercer University, but we got counseling with our tuition. Julie was right. So I would sit on her couch, tell her all the latest drama in my life, and all she said was, AJ, when your book come out? I'm just so ready. So Julie would be captivated in my stories, and she would ask me, well, what do you think that means? And why do you think you do that? And have you looked at it this way? So Julie was a counselor. But now when I met a coach whose training I went through Suzanne Evans' coaching. I went through Marie Forleo's coaching. I went through Michelle Sism's coaching. And recently I went through a coaching program Amber Aziza was doing. Now, again, these people didn't necessarily teach me anything new, but because I know coaches need coaches, I needed someone who, again, specialized in a certain area who could take me from where I was in speaking, in marketing, in copywriting, in social media to the next level. So that when I meet new coaches, those who are trying to find clients, which we'll get in soon, I can help take you to the next level because of what I've learned through my coaching experience. So Leslie, hopefully those examples broke it down further, but what the difference is between a coach and a counselor. You have a Julie and you have an AJ, if you will. So again, like Tina said, someone who takes you from where you are to where you want to be, or someone whose couch you lay on to tell your problems and you walk away like, I feel better. Right. But now what do? Oh, I just book another appointment to go back and talk about my problems again. Right. So, and sometimes that could lead to a prescription being written, but not in coaching. Coaching is going to say, like I've told Leslie, okay, Leslie, what do you want to do? Let's talk about your plan to get you there. What have you done already in the past to help get you there? And what are you willing to do? How far are you willing to stretch for PBG, Pretty Brown Girls, to get them to the next level? Because this is your baby, your heart, your organization. And when you think about the lives that you're impacting, you start to see how a coach and a counselor may work hand in hand to help get you where you want to be. But what we're doing is certifying coaches, and you can, again, be getting counseling as you go through coaching. But one of the main things I share in the trainings, the one-day intensive, I let you know the difference between a coach, which usually deals with state licensure. So what that means, like Tina said earlier, some of us don't have time to spend 3 months, 6 months, 2 years in a coaching program. But if you're a licensed counselor, trust me, you're spending years in a higher education institution getting a degree that could cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars versus being a coach where you can spend one day, pay the $599 tuition, get certified, and you're ready to go. And the similarity between the coach and the counselor is that you are now qualified to do something you love, and that qualification can never be taken from you. Right. So the main thing, the only thing though, wait a minute, let me add a little disclosure to that. Counseling license can be taken from you if you break your state's requirements, if you go against what you were licensed to do. With coaching, no one can ever take your certification away. No one can ever discredit your coaching. So like Tina was saying, why should people take fast coach training? Take it because it resonates with you. And again, once you have that confidence like I had on that first day of training, again, it can't be taken away. So that's something to really consider. I know I'm long-winded, but I want to make sure you guys have the answers that you need to go to the next level, because we're now signing up people for the Raleigh, North Carolina event on Saturday, August 18th, 2018 from 10 to 7. Hallelujah. Okay.
Hallelujah. So we have another question. The other question is, are you, how did he word that? Are you with ICF?
No, ma'am. So let me tell you this. Okay, I'm sweating. I need a little preacher's cloth.
Girl, so I got my first lady.
Okay, yes, I need a fan. Oh my gosh, I'm getting hot. International Coaching Federation, and what they are is just a federation. They're another privately held organization, just like Fast Coach Training. So Fast Coach Training is not ICF affiliated. ICF was basically just the first one. Let's say, give me a word. Let's say the word #slay. Everybody is saying slay because of Beyonce. I slay all day. I slay all day. ICF was the first to basically trademark the word slay. So they got to the market before everyone else, and now they're looked at as like the holy grail of certification. One thing you cannot do is coaching doesn't have an accreditation. Colleges do. People always say, are you accredited? Are you affiliated with ICF? ICF is a privately held company. FastCoachTraining.com is a privately held company. Two of the same things. Colleges get accreditation. They have like the state accreditation or the Southern accreditation for schools and colleges. But coaching doesn't have that. Right now, coaching is what's considered an unregulated industry, which means, again, no one can take your coaching from you. There are no regulations. Even without training, someone can literally, after this Facebook Live, go and say, okay, I'm a coach, although you haven't been trained. That's just like the people that I said, the big name coaches who brag that they haven't been trained. You want to be careful. So coaching is not so much about accreditation or going through ICF. It's about having the tools and techniques to get the results that you promise your client. But you first have to get those same results and experience that in your life. So it goes even deeper. You can do some Googling on Fast Coach Training. You can do some Googling on ICF. Do some Googling on accreditation and educate yourself on what the difference is. Educate yourself on the history behind ICF, the history behind Fast Coach Training. Fast Coach Training is actually under the umbrella of what's called ICS, which is the International Coaching Science Research Institution. Our founder, Dr. Michael J. Duckett, is a doctor. He has about 150 books he's written. He has a chain of chiropractic offices called the $20 Chiropractor here in Atlanta. And so you want to know who's behind these things, because image, just like social media, could be anything. And then word of mouth spreads really fast. So people are thinking, you have to do this, you have to do that. You want to make sure you're educated when you're making a decision. Don't look at what looks good online. Don't look at the price, although we are one of the most affordable coaching institutes here in Atlanta, Georgia, and we are internationally certified. So you can go across the world and coach with this certificate. We had a lady that flew in from Vietnam, came and got certified, and now she's a coach in Vietnam because her certificate is internationally recognized. She has been coached, she has been trained. But like I said in the beginning, if you want to go through our training, you can also get certified through someone else if you want to. We have those knowledge nerds who just want to keep learning and keep getting certifications to feel like they're legit. But also vice versa. If you've been through a training and it's been a minute, or you feel like you didn't get what you needed, then you can come to the FastCoachTraining.com event in Raleigh, coming up in August on the 18th. So hopefully that answered your question. It gets really deep. I get really like protective of Fast Coach Training and try not to get like offensive. You know, I don't want to be on like the defense when I talk accreditation and ICF, but I just love for people to be educated. That's what I had to do. Trust me, when my friend told me about Fast Coach Training, I did every type of research you can do on this company because I wasn't educated. I needed to enlighten myself. So I encourage you guys to visit FastCoachTraining.com. Get more information on the company. Watch the video from Dr. Michael J. Duckett. It's the first thing that pops up when you go to the FastCoachTraining.com website. Google him. He's on YouTube. Read his books. He has another website, UpgradingLife.com. I got all of his books at the training. And now I'm educated. So I can stand boldly on the fact that I've been certified 5 years. We have a group of about 200 plus of the Fast Coach Training alumni that meets weekly on Facebook via Facebook Live like this and our conference line. You're usually listening to my voice. But again, this is my way of giving back, of bringing other coaches up and with me based on what's worked successfully for me in my coaching company. So that's the ICF question answered. That's the accreditation question answered. And again, you want to make sure, just like with sex, educate yourself.
Exactly.
Point blank. If you don't know what you're doing, go read a book. Go watch a video. That just came to mind because I took one of my mentees to our local pregnancy resource center. And I was like, listen, I'm not telling you to have sex. I'm not telling you that you're not going to have sex because you're going to do what you want to do. I just want you to be educated as to what an STD looks like, what protection looks like. So same thing with knowledge about the coaching industry. Protect yourself, become educated, find out why you're doing what you do, why you're going through it, and then see what other options are out there and if it works for you. Exactly. So that's my answer to that question. Tina, you have the floor.
That's it. I mean, yeah, what she said. Yeah. Yeah, what she said. But I think that was the only question as far as it relates. I was going back down to make sure, but as it relates to actual coaching and getting into the coaching business and why they should go through fast coach training, which is I know what a lot of the people that have been asking me. I'm very excited about you guys coming. I was saying earlier when we was on the other page, my page, of how that you guys haven't been to North Carolina in 4 years, which is when I got certified. So it's exciting to have it come back, and I'm just really excited about all the individuals that are signing up, and I just look forward to hearing great things and getting a chance to actually work with coaches in the area that are ready to make changes in people's lives.
Yeah. So let's give them the detail. We won't tell you the location because you have to be registered to get that confirmation email. So what's happening is on Saturday, August 18th, 2018, from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., we're having a one-day life coach training intensive where you'll be certified by the end of the training. And so what happens is we start with the basics, what coaching is, what it looks like. You get to practice on the other coaches there. I get to tell you that you're doing it right and how to do a better job. You get that live interaction and that feedback. And then at the end, we save that last hour for marketing. What a lot of coaching schools don't do is start to tell you how to build your coaching business. So Leslie was asking, how do you find your clients? You spend that last hour learning how to get out there and market. It's called 12 Ways to Generate Clients. Everything from media exposure. I mean, Dr. Duckett literally wrote the book on how to get on TV, how to send a press kit, how to get people to acknowledge that you're a new coach, how to get your first clients, how to operate that first coaching session. So you're not just winging it. So you're not just making up things and trying to sound good or look good, but you're literally reading the book. That's what I did with one of my first coaching clients. I sat there with my manual in my lap and read her the activities. And so during this training, you'll get our 80-page manual. Now, this is what I call our coaching Bible. We don't expect you to read every word and memorize it. But what I expect as your trainer for that day is for you to look through the information, write down your questions, and bring them to class. Because what I'm going to do is combine my experience with what I know works and can work for you, and I'm going to share that information with you. So once you go to fastcoachtraining.com, get your questions answered, or call me here in the office at 1-800-269-3817. Leave a voicemail as to a good time for us to chat. I'll call you back. We can go through any frequently asked questions and definitely get you registered for the August event. It is in Raleigh, North Carolina. I know we have a lot of out-of-state people that call us to say, AJ, I'm not in Atlanta. Do you have a training here? Do you have a training there? So what Tina has done was brought the idea of coaching a lot of coaches at once to the Raleigh, North Carolina area. So I'm going to fly in as your trainer for that day, get you certified, have some fun, because I'm even crazier off camera. I know I say some crazy stuff. Just imagine spending 8 hours with me, right? We're going to have a lot of fun. Ask Shayla Bell. She knows. She's been through my training here in Atlanta. I'm visiting Raleigh for the first time, so I'm looking forward to some recommendations of some good food to eat, where to go after the training, maybe even fly in a day early to enjoy some festivities. But we're going to be together that entire day. You get a break for lunch, and no, I don't feed you. You go find your lunch and come back. We'll give you a break from me as I submit your information into our back office for fastcoachtraining.com. And then what happens after the training, you're emailed your certificate. And the reason this is so helpful is because, number one, people lose certificates. You wouldn't imagine how many calls. I'm here in Atlanta over the Atlanta training division for the live portion of Fast Coach Training. And mostly it's our coaches calling saying, AJ, I was certified 2 years ago. AJ, I was certified 4 years ago. I can't find my certificate. Can you please send me another copy? And I'm like, well, I've only been training for 2 years, so I definitely don't have your certificate. Let me email the back office. So it's a lot that goes into keeping up with a certificate. But if you can just do a quick Google search and she pops up, you can print her out on pretty paper, hang her up just like your diploma or your certificate from high school, college, whatever. Put it in a pretty frame like I did, and just brag. Another reason having your certificate electronic is great is because if you do a lot of speaking and they're asking for your credentials, which most people don't ask to see your certificate. That's why a lot of people can coach and get away with it. But let's say you're like me. I had a government contract coming up, and they were wanting to prove that you've invested this time in becoming a certified coach, and they wanted to see that certificate. So I could literally email my certificate because it was in electronic form because it had been emailed to me. So I use it that way, and I use it in live presentations like what I'm doing now. If I was doing this live, you would see my actual certificate, the electronic digital copy, in my PowerPoint presentation if we were talking about coaching and what that looks like getting certified. So Tina's bringing together a group. We only have room for 8 people. I'm taking it that we can get a bigger room if we have more, but right now we're getting 8 people. And I know one lady called to register today, and I have some follow-up to do with her to make sure she gets her seat. So that's going to make 1 less seat. But if you're interested in the Raleigh event, you can give me a call here in the office at 1-800-269-3817, and I'll help you out, because that date is not on the fastcoachtraining.com website. FastCoachTraining.com, the website, is there to answer any questions you have about what Fast Coach Training is, how the one-day live event happens, and we have an online option. So if you really can't travel or meet us in Atlanta or Raleigh or any other state we're in, and you want to take it from home, and believe it or not, people, even locally, take the online training. One lady called me. She was in Swanee, I think it was. And she said, well, AJ, Atlanta's just too far to drive. Now, Swanee's really on an hour away. But she was older, and she didn't feel safe in Atlanta traffic. So she wanted to take the online course, and so that's what she did. So all of that information is over at fastcoachtraining.com. My number is pinned in the comments, and you guys know I'm here to help, to answer questions as you get them. So I want us to kind of wrap things up, Tina, with your final word. Maybe you want to share some things to encourage coaches to come out and join us in Raleigh. Check us out the last Fridays of every month except for holidays here in Atlanta. What else would you add to kind of encourage people to go ahead and get started, Leslie, and, move forward?
So I think basically it's pretty much what we've already said, and just really a thing of understanding if you're going to be coaching people, you need to get certified. If you are that go-to person, you really need to know how to be that person to where you're actually guiding them and not telling them what to do. That's not your job. Your job is not to tell anyone what to do. Your job is to help them figure out what to do. And I think that's one of the things that I've seen. And especially, it's really good having been... I'm trying to think how I want to word this properly. Having been very active, that's the word, active in the church, I think it's very appropriate and needed that we get certified. That there's some certification that's going on, because yes, God calls you, but even in your calling, you need to get training. So,
can we talk about that real quick, Tina? Because that just came back. You said that you were a certified Christian life coach. Can we talk about that, your experience with being able to say, I'm a Christian and I'm a coach?
So it was, I had a choice. We was given a choice of whether we want to be certified as a Christian life coach or a regular life coach. And I chose Christian life coach because I know that's my background. And it also, and I hate to say this like this, but it's also true. That means I can go into the churches and with that certification, but I also don't have to use it in the church. I can use it interchangeably. But my thing is, I know that my backing and what I'm going to come at is going to come from what I know about Christianity. It's not just going to be, just words that people just pull out the air. I try really hard to back it up with what the word says and what I believe and what I've been learning. There's certain things that I can't get away from. I can't get away from what's in me, what's been embedded in me. That's who I am. Amen. And so I take pride in that part. Now, do I do everything right? Nope. Do I say everything right? Nope. Am I going to you catch me the wrong way, or you gonna hear a little something probably. But you know what? What's in me and who I am is who I am, and I guarantee you that I'm gonna give it to you the best way I got it. You know?
Yeah.
That's just who I am.
I love it. I love it. So what we're doing on Saturday, August 18, 2018 is the General Life Coaching Certification. And the difference between being a certified Christian life coach and a general life coach is that there's scripture added to the curriculum we teach. Now, I'm very saved, but I think I'm probably more off the chain than Tina. So I don't teach the Christian life coach training just yet because I think I'm like too much for even church folks sometimes. But what you can do with your life coach certification is add that Christian component onto it, saying that you are going to add the word. Like she said, what does the word say? And a lot of people will trust you more, especially if that's in their background, Christianity, quoting the Bible, using scripture to help you get what you want. Now, I'm a Christian, I'm a coach, so I throw scripture and word into what I share with my clients as well. All you have to do is let people know that that's the type of coach you are, that's your background, and that's probably what's going to come up in conversation. So you have to give a disclosure like, listen, like I do. Listen, I'm saved. I love Jesus. I'm not here to convert you, but if you have questions, I'll be happy to talk to you, after our session. So with that said, everybody can't handle Jesus. Everybody ain't saved, and you don't have to be a Christian to go through this training. And I have to say that because people are asking me, do I have to be Christian to go through the training? And no, you don't. You don't have to be saved to go through the training. Although I'm saved, Tina's saved, a lot of our coaches that come through the training is saved. Dr. Duckett himself is a minister. But again, there's no scripture in the one I teach because I don't want to overwhelm you. And I don't want to make you feel like you have to be a certain way in order to get certified. This is your destiny. Don't let anything hold it back. If you want to add Jesus to it, you add Jesus to it. Just know your background, know the type of people that you want to coach. Tina said her background is in church, and you just move forward with that anyway. But again, don't let anything hold you back. So again, I'm available at 1-800-269-3817. If you have any questions, let me say that slow for people who swear they can't see that pin in the comments. 1-800-269-3817. All right, guys.
Let me hear it one more time.
Yeah. 1-800-269-3817. Give me a call, y'all. Leave it on the voicemail. Get your questions answered at fastcoachtraining.com. Now, don't call me asking questions that's on this website that I done said at least 100 times in the last 30 minutes. Just saying. I told y'all I was off the chain. So, Tina, let people know where they can find you, connect with you, get on your nerves and ask questions, maybe even become a future client, and I'll do the same and wrap us up.
You guys can reach me over at, I'm on all social media as Tina Bailey, Tina Bailey Online. You can even go to my website. It's there, Tina Bailey Online. My coaching is Build Her Coaching, and I work with women to help them create the life that they love. And I'm just excited and, just really, that's how you can get me. Go to Tina Bailey Online, and you can find everything you need to know about me.
Sounds good. Well, listen, before we wrap up, I want to give a shout out to Leslie. She has been the most active. I'm going to award you, Leslie, with a scholarship to our upcoming Atlanta training that's only good for Friday, June 30th, 2018. How about that from some pressure? And don't ask me later if you can use it because I may not say yes. But listen, I want to give you that scholarship. What that does is take $150 off of the $599 tuition, making it only $447. So I want you to think about who within your coaching business could be positively impacted because you could say yes to coming to get certified. So Leslie, enjoy that discount, that scholarship. Just because you showed up, you said yes, you were asking questions. And guys, I know Leslie personally. I think I have her address too. She bought a book before. So we're both here in Douglasville. So don't email me like, I'm Leslie, I won the scholarship. I know who she is. So make sure you're being honest with that. But Leslie, congratulations on that. She says, wow. Yes, and I expect you to use it. I know where you live. I'll come knock on your door, girl. Shouts out to Shay Pickney. Thanks for joining. Leslie says, LOL, I just love you, AJ. Girl, you know I love you too. We're trying to get you certified because I'm tired of y'all showing up on these lives the day of the training like, when is the next one? We're telling you months in advance, okay? So, and if you got to jump in the Honda with me,
the 2-seater. We can ride up to Raleigh, okay, and get you certified that day too. She says, LOL, thanks so much. You're very welcome. It's my pleasure. Again, I'm here to give back. And so I want to make sure you have the resources to do that. Hey, Trina Edwards. Trina is pastor's wife, minister, needs to be a coach, needs to get that book out. It's time, girl. I see you. Who else is on here with us or has popped in? Maybe they'll come back and watch the replay. Hey, Savalis Rogers, is that your people? I think you tagged him, right?
I did. Okay.
Thank you for joining us all the way from Tina's page. Sorry about the migration earlier, but we figured it out, Tina. You know, yeah, we're here. Hey, Brenda Kelly. So Brenda, I know, is certified. I can't even remember the name of the company, but Miss Brenda is the sweetest spirit you can meet. She's a nurse here in Atlanta. She took care of me while I was going through gallstone surgery a couple years ago. So shouts out to Coach Brenda Kelly. She's very supportive. We were church buddies for years, and now she's doing some great things with her new book in the coaching industry. So congratulations, Miss Brenda Kelly. Hey, Dr. V. She says, hi, AJ, love it. True Destiny, say yes. So Dr. V said yes years ago. I met her in like 2011. She had written her book. She was the new doctor, or were you helping a new doctor? I can't remember, but she's been connected for years. So you need to go on and become a coach. Add that to that degree, that stack of degrees you have, Dr. V. Christina, I'm not sure. I think she may be one of your people too. Christina Norman, Tina. Yep. So shouts out. Hey, Gracie Staples. I think I've seen you on some of my lives before. We got Leslie's questions answered. You guys go back and watch the replay if you want to hear the long-winded breakdown of the difference between a coach and a counselor and how you find clients and the difference between us and ICF and what that really is all about. Shouts out to Shayla Bell Dutel. Man, Shayla is doing some amazing things here in Atlanta. She's on magazine covers, doing interviews, being featured, and she's the newly certified coach, but she was the bum before she walked in the door like I was. So she came in with that confidence, 2 books already written. So she's out doing things, great things with Fast Coach Training as well. Hey, Almeda Perry, thanks for joining. I know you're one of our Facebook Live regulars. LaFrance, Taria, I appreciate all you guys. Zachary, I'll see you when I walk through the doors at Kroger, you know. And Tim. So guys, I just wanted to take time to acknowledge you because you being here acknowledges us, and what we're doing is making an impact. So people like DCC and all of you guys who have held on with us, Sia Night, I gave y'all a shout out early on. So thank you for being a part of this. We wanted to make sure that your questions are answered. Listen, even after we are no longer live and you have questions, you have 3 options. Number 1, you can post here in the comments and I'll come back and answer those questions. Number 2, you can give me a call here in the office, 1-800-269-3817 for the 100th time. And you can also visit fastcoachtraining.com to get more information on our upcoming trainings either here in Atlanta, or when you talk to me, tell me that you saw me and Tina here on Facebook Live and you want to register for the Raleigh training. We'll be in Raleigh, North Carolina on Saturday, August 18th. I keep saying that wrong. Saturday, August 18th, 2018, from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. for our 1-day live intensive personal life coach certification training through fastcoachtraining.com. Okay, I need a nap and a cup of water. So I want to leave you with this. There is someone somewhere waiting on you to walk in your destiny so they can walk into theirs. Because it's when you let your light shine, you give others permission to do the same. I am Coach Andrika J. Austin, founder of thebossof.me, where I love helping coaches like you who are newly on their way to being certified. I love helping you confidently convert conversations to clients, cash, checks, and credit cards. Shouts out to Tina Bailey and her crew. And we will see you guys hopefully in the training or on one of our next coaching calls. Tina, thank you so much for this coming together. I appreciate you, girl. Love you, praying for you, and see you in the group. Bye, y'all.
Later. Bye.